On today's episode of PJ and the Beard, we're going to take a look at a pedal. But before we get into that, I'd like to ask you to consider subscribing to the channel, clicking on notification bells. Your interaction with us helps us interact with great people in the industry. And in this case, dare I say, our friend, David Barber, came up to shoot some clips with Jason, and Jason asked him to bring along the Exacta Fuzz, and so he got free shipping. He got driven right to the door.
Right. Well, I didn't even ask him to bring it. I sent him an email and said I wanted to buy it because I've been trying to get my hands on one for quite a while, and he had a Black Friday sale. So we're jumping into it tonight, the Exacta Fuzz. You have a volume, a tone, and a fuzz. So pretty standard controls, right? Makes it louder, changes the tone. If you read about the tone, I think as you go up, it rolls off bass. I'd have to read it, but it's a tone control.
Right.
Okay. And then you have a fuzz control for your sustain, right? Add more fuzz. The big thing that we wanted to explore tonight were these two toggles up here at the top. And I'm going to say it right now. We've been exploring the direct drive and the gain changer for a long time, but Dave coming over and sitting in the room with it opened my eyes to some stuff. And so we hope to do that again. I'd love to do that with this pedal, but I'd also love to do it with some of the other Barber pedals that we have sitting behind us too. So look for that hopefully in the future. But let's get into it. Let's start with the right toggle, right? The right toggle is the sludge selector. And so for the first two clips, we both use single coils. And right here it says, the left setting is deep and woolly like a stock vintage fuzz, great for single coil pickups. So that's what we did. The other one's more EQ based. How did you set that one for the first clip?
Yeah, so the first clip, I went with the Silver Sky SE, of course, like shocker, because it said single coil, and played it through the Tyler. And when I did that, I ended up selecting the one all the way to the left, which is a flat EQ with enhanced mids.
Gotcha. So for my single coil clip, I grabbed this 2014 60th anniversary Fender American Strat, which has really become kind of my go-to single coil guitar lately. And I took that EQ knob, the left toggle, put it in the center, which is the Jumbo Tonebender fuzz, thunderous lows with fizzy highs. I will say I had the tone and the volume about noon. I had to gain way back. I can't.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Very low.
Very low. You'll see it in the video.
Like 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it sounded like this.
So those were the suggested settings if you're using a single coil, and with that, we're going to jump into a jam. So with that, I did pick a single coil P90, and I left the settings exactly the same as I did with the Silver Sky. Played through the Tyler, played through the Echo Tour. Just thought I'd get away from the Silver Sky for a minute and play some other type of single coil. What'd you play?
Well, and then to back you up, I stuck with the 2014 We said 14, right? The American Strat. And then we have this like kind of little travel board that we keep dropping in front of the PRS MT15, right? And so on that travel board, we have this G-Labs reverb that we've just absolutely been loving. So that's on. I think a little bit of the Echo Tour was on. And I pulled out the Wampler Terraform and dialed in a cool phaser. So just to give it a little bit of movement behind what Pat was playing. It sounded, I guess, a little bit like this. So now we're going to move to the neck humbucker position, which we have a few options down here. You can see, you probably know there's a lot of guitars missing. We went through a bunch of guitars here tonight. So the neck humbucker position, because on the sludge selector, the right toggle, it says the middle toggle setting cuts the lows enough to make a neck humbucker clear and sweet. So who doesn't want clear and sweet?
I went with the middle EQ though, which is the one you used on the first one, the big jumbo, thunderous lows and fizzy highs, I think it said. But I played this. I think it's a 2003. I always get this wrong. 2003 Les Paul, that the creator of this pedal helped rewire this and did some great things too. I said he heavenly modified it. So I put it in the neck. I had the sludge selector set appropriately. I went with the middle EQ, and this is what I played. For my neck humbucker setting, I grabbed, number one, my favorite, a 2000 McCarty on the neck humbucker. And I think I ended up on
the right side.
The right side. So, which is the classic triangle sound, scoop mids, and in your face iconic sound. So I think I pulled the gain up a little bit, but I'm still on the fuzz, still under 12 o'clock on this one.
Yes.
So it sounds a little bit like this.
So I really like that sound with the McCarty on the neck pickup setting on the Exacta Fuzz through the DLS and the Tyler. So I'm just going to stick with that. And Pat and I decided to drop a little jam with that right now. Of course, he backed me up. What'd you use?
I got reached on the wall for the newly shipped to us PRS Swamp Ash Special SE. We're going to be doing a video on this. I played it through the MT15 with the same travel board we showed earlier, except I did not use the Terraform. I just used reverb and delay, and this is what we played.
So for our last selection is the right toggle setting. Works great with bridge humbuckers, fat and tight with very vocal sound. And just to confound Dave, Pat picked a bridge humbucker guitar with a P90 in it.
P90 is a humbucker, right? It's a rock and roll screamer. So I got down our, this is ours now, a lot of videos. This is our SG Special. Junior. Special Junior. One pickup. So if I had to get to just one pickup, here it is. Everything wide open. I had the EQ setting. We think it's a little fuzzy on our fuzz journey here tonight because we split some switches. I think it was in the middle again. I think it was the Jumbo, the thunderous lows and fizzy highs.
Whatever it was, it sounded good.
Right. It sounds like this.
So for my bridge P90 setting, I picked a humbucker. This is the Epiphone Greeny on the bridge setting, and I was back in that middle setting too. But this time, I think I wound the fuzz.
You almost got to noon.
Yeah, I got no. This time I'm way past. Yeah, I'm way past about 4 o'clock. So on the fuzz, that sounds a little bit like this. So that was our first exploration through the Exacta Fuzz. Looking at the different toggle switches and trying to try out the recommended settings from Dave, and just exploring it. Do you have some final thoughts on the pedal?
Well, I like it because it matches our backdrop. It's purple, just like our backdrop back there. I find myself a lot of the end of these videos where people are like, is this guy ever being honest? He likes everything. But I like it. And to quote Sally Fields or whoever it was, you like me. You really like me. I really like this pedal. We've had other fuzzes down here. We're talking about we're not real fuzz guys per se. And some of them you could definitely dial up something good, but you pass through a bunch of stuff that maybe wasn't good to get there. There wasn't a bad sound in this. From the moment I walked in, he started a few minutes before I got here. Everything we played, tonality-wise, I'm not talking about our playing, but the sounds were great. And regardless of what toggle switch, we picked different EQ toggles. We had the drive set differently, tried a bunch of different guitars, and I couldn't make it sound bad. I wasn't trying, but I couldn't.
We had a fuzz pedal one night that about did us in by the end of the night. I mean, it was like we worked so hard to get sounds that we liked and recorded that we were just blown. Like just the level, the tonality, whatever, just really was painful almost by the end of the night that we'd spent so much time with it. I don't feel like that tonight. I just feel like, I mean, great sounds all the way around, which we've kind of come to expect from the Barber pedals that we have. It's normally easy to dial in a good tune. And this was, I was worried about this one because I was like, you know, we're not fuzz. I was worried we were going to get that brutal punishment we got last time.
Dave, your fuzz pedal's horrible. He's like, no, you just don't know how to use it.
So we didn't run into that at all. I really liked it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even sure where I would land, but I know there's a place in there for me. I guess I'd put it like that. Not sure where. Yeah, it's one of those sounds I don't have that I've been looking for. That kind of real singy, sustained. Liked it.
Not to extend this, but you said singy, right? Because I love that singiness of a fuzz, but there was a creaminess to this thing as well. There was a very, you know, dare I say, Gary Moore neck pickup, you know, just playing the Greeny kind of thing. There was a really warm sound in here too. It's great.
All right. Whew. It would have been bad to have to tell him that because that's exactly what it said. You just don't know what you're doing. It would have been bad.
We still don't know what we're doing, but
yeah, good job, Dave. Sounds great. So anyway, look for him to be back soon, hopefully, to go through some of the other pedals. I know the burn unit is on the top of my list.
Yeah.
Of all the pedals that we've done the direct drive and the game changer. The pedal I really want to see him sit down and give some tones and some explanations for is the burn unit.
And maybe he'll bring a forget about it with the graphics on it because we have a prototype back there.
Well, I'd like to see. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yes.
Anyway, with that, we thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing, hitting the notification bell, clicking the like button. Anytime you interact with the channel, that's what helps us form relationships with great companies and great people to bring in cool gear like the Exacta Fuzz to share with you.
With that, I'm PJ on behalf of the Beard, reminding no matter what you hear, you never have too much gear. Danish Pete, you know you want one.